So now I'm going to be sharing 5 ways to get back on your feet. So my first one is to cheer yourself on. Now, it's really, really important the kind of things that you say to yourself, because if you are using negative language, if you're thinking negatively, it's going to be very, very difficult to get back out there and, get on with your life after something maybe negative has happened to you. So tell yourself that you will make it and not to give up. Don't just depend on that from other people, because what happens when those other people aren't around anymore? You're not going to be constantly with someone else. So you really need to get into the habit of actually telling yourself you can make it, because you can. You have that strength to make it, even though you have been through a difficult patch. The second point is to rein your mind in. Now, our minds are, for some reason, they're really good at conjuring up all sorts of things and scenarios, and also making us relive the past. So it's very important that you do control your thoughts as much as you can, because if you keep thinking, starting to have other thoughts that don't even exist. I don't know if it's happened to you, but maybe you might have had a disagreement with someone, or it might not be even a disagreement. It might just be something, a comment that the person made, and you kind of create this whole thing in your mind. Why they said that thing is because of something that happened the other week, and all these different things come into play, and actually it's nothing to do with that, because it's just something that your mind has created. So make sure, when your mind does start to wander and relive things and create things, bring it back in, and always kind of doubt your doubts, I would say. The third one, to be grateful. Now, sometimes when something negative or unexpected happens, we do tend to kind of focus solely on that thing, and it seems to, if you're not careful, it does kind of take over. But if you try to remember other things that are actually going well for you still, so maybe you have an amazing supportive family, maybe you have a great job, so try to focus on the other things that are going well, rather than just focusing on what maybe has gone wrong in your life, because that will actually keep you more mentally happy if you think of those other things as well. So maybe before you go to sleep, write down perhaps 5 things that you're grateful for that have happened in a particular day, and also be grateful for the people that you do have around you. The next point is positivity, of course. So we always talk about this. Surround yourself with positive things and positive people, and not those who are going to kind of feed those negative emotions, because sometimes, unfortunately, you do kind of get those friends and family members that will maybe keep coming round and phoning you and crying, and, oh, you poor thing, I can't believe this has happened to you, and it's so unfair, and all those kind of comments that really don't help you if you're trying to move forward. So surround yourself with people instead that are positive, will kind of say to you, come on, you're going to do it, you'll get over this, you'll make it. You need those kind of people around you. It's not to say that you're going to kind of just ignore the others, but try and be more with the people that are actually positive. And my final point is to move. So do not stay inactive. Start planning your future again. Maybe you have taken a hard knock, maybe at work, or something's happened in your family, and you maybe just put everything on hold, and you just want to take some time out. Okay, it's fine to take some time out for a while. Of course, if it's depending on what's happened, you do need to think, and you need to kind of process what's happened and maybe rethink your future, but don't stay in that situation for too long. And the sooner you start planning your future again, the better, because you're not going to get stuck in that rut. You're already looking forward. Of course, again, I repeat, it does depend on what it is. Maybe you're grieving, you've lost someone. Sometimes those kind of situations do take longer. I'm not saying just forget about your loved one that maybe has just died or left or something like that. You can't do that. A lot of people can't just do that. So depending on the situation, but again, don't stay in that situation for too long. Make sure as soon as you're ready, you do start planning again, because don't forget, you do have a future. Despite what's happened right now, you do have a future, and you need to get on with that future.